Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on Happily Ever After, Season 5, Episode 1, What Goes Around Comes Around. I think that was the title of it. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I was to rate tonight's episode, I would rate the episode a B. I thought that it was very interesting catching up with the cast members. And we're going to just go ahead on and jump right into it. I've been working all day long and running back and forth. So please excuse the fact that I don't have on any makeup or anything like that. But you know what? It is what it is out here. The first couple that I want to talk about is Kalani and Asuelu. Of course, we all know the romantic story between Kalani and Asuelu. She went over to his country and got pregnant by him and brought this baby back. We see Asuelu working in some kind of store, and he is basically, handing out samples. This mofo still does not even have a job whatsoever. He is like a little boy. He doesn't help out around the family. Asuelu, Kalani's mother and dad are living with them, or rather, they're living with them, okay, because of course we know that Kalani's dad is the one that got the money, okay. But anyway, they are living together, and Asuelu does not like the fact that they're living together. And so we see them, basically, going through life and all that kind of stuff, and she's trying to talk to him about his behavior. We see Asuelu outside with the dad, and the dad is, cleaning up the apples that have fallen down in the yard. And he talks about how Asuelu is still, just a damn kid. And so the dad is out there and trying to talk to Asuelu before he, kirk off on his ass. And so the dad is like, you need to get yourself together. You can't be, coming into the house for an hour and then you running out and hanging out and doing whatever the hell you doing. And Asuelu was like, yeah, he's eating the apple and everything off the ground. Didn't even wash the mofo. But he's eating the apple and he's being very nonchalant about what the dad is saying, because he feels like since the dad has been living in the house, he's not king of his castle. But you're not king of your castle if you're not making the papers. You got to be bringing in the Benjamins in order to be king of anybody's castle, because the castle got rent and telephone and gas bills and water bills and all of that kind of stuff. So if you're not bringing in the bucks, boo, you ain't king of jack. And so, the father was just basically saying that, one or two things going to happen. Asuelu is either going to take his ass back to his homeland, or he going to get his ass whooped. And I was like, Dad, it could be both of them. He be getting his ass whooped while he's going back home. Asuelu still has not grown up, and it's unfortunate because right now they have 2 children, okay? And he really needs to grow up and do, what a man is supposed to do. If he doesn't do it, let me tell you something. Kalani's father is not playing with his ass. He is ready to whoop his ass, okay? And, we, of course, don't get an opportunity to really see what's going on, but I can just imagine how it is living in that household. The next couple that I want to talk about is Andrea and Elizabeth. Andrea and Elizabeth are living in a fantasy world. The two of them alleged at first that they had been married for 3 years, and then all of a sudden it's been 2 years. And when you do the math, bitch, you really don't know how long they've been married, because at this point there's been so many couples that have been married and haven't been married and all that kind of crap, so you don't know. And so, basically he is still doing the same thing. We see him putting up a television, and he is a stay-at-home dad. He is still not working. And it is just absolutely sad the way that this man bosses Elizabeth around. Elizabeth comes home from work with her little tablet. She's still working for her dad. They're in a new home. And this mofo is just getting a free ride. I mean, a total free ride. They are going over to the dad's house to celebrate his birthday, and all the family is already there. They do a toast to the dad, and of course, Elizabeth and Andre are not there. Andre is telling her, Elizabeth, you got to hurry up, get your stuff together because we got to get to my dad's house. And every time we're late, it's always blamed on me. And so Elizabeth's licking her tongue and all of that kind of stuff because she is the baby girl. So she's used to doing exactly what it is that she wants to do. But she's doing it at this point at the cost of Andre's reputation. He is already male chauvinistic and he is just a complete asshole. So they get to the house and everything, and he starts talking about not having a play serve, and they was like, bitch, if you was here, you would have got a play serve with everybody else in the house. It's amazing to me that there's so many brothers and men in the household with all of these wives, and none of them are saying anything to him or checking his ass. He needs to get chin checked as far as I'm concerned. And so, he's going through the rigmarole of, the sister asks him, have you ever heard happy wife, happy life? And he's like, no, not in my country, not in my household. And he's absolutely correct. I believe that Elizabeth is much more in love with him than he is with her. And so anyway, we watch them go through the rigmarole. He tells the family that in 30 days he is going to be going back to Moldova to get married and that, they are invited. So of course the family is like, what's going on? And Lizzie is like, why would you drop that on my family? We haven't discussed this, yada yada yada. But basically Andre had already said before he was on his way over there that he don't really mess with her family like that. He said he don't mess with them, he don't rock with them, lean with them. The only time that he has anything to do with them is when they're having a family function. So he chooses the family functions, doesn't make a difference what it's for, to drop tea or drop bombs on her family. So the family is saying, this isn't enough time for us to make a decision to go to Moldova. It's 30 days. We got to get shots. We got children, brand new babies brought into the family. And he doesn't care. He said that Elizabeth promised him that she was going to do this. In his family, they have to have a wedding first. They got to get married and have a wedding before they can bless the baby. And that his family is concerned about the baby being 8 months, I believe now, and hasn't been Christian yet. And so they have to go over and do another ceremony. The family is like, we don't have a problem with going or anything like that. We just want, the timing to be right. You should have said this ahead of time. But of course, Andre doesn't give a damn about Elizabeth's family. I don't believe he really cares that much about Elizabeth. And so, of course, it's a big ruckus in the household. And the dad is like, I'm hoping that they don't ask me for any money. Of course, Dad, they're going to ask you for money. This is what they have become accustomed to doing. And so they're going to ask you for money. They get in the car and they start talking about it. And Lizzie is, trying to put her little teeny ass feet down. And, he runs over them, of course, with a grocery cart. He basically tells her that your dad is going to pay for the ceremony. And it is my tradition that the family pays for the ceremony. And he said, your father gave your sisters all of these elaborate weddings or the weddings of their dreams. Why can't you have the wedding of your dream? I just really was like, you can't be in this man's pockets. But it's obvious that Andre's family is impoverished and they don't have the money. And instead of him saying that my family doesn't have the money and we can't afford to do this, he puts the responsibility on her. He says, if the father is not the one who pays for the wedding, then who does? Bitch, the two of you all. Now that when people are getting married at an older age, they are responsible for it. There should be two incomes that come in play, that the two incomes between a couple combined together pays for the wedding. There are not a lot of Americans that can pay for weddings like that. So, I mean, it just is what it is between the two of them. So, of course, Elizabeth is saying, I'm not going to ask my father, kiss my ass and all of that kind of stuff. But guess what? At the end of the day, we all know that Elizabeth is going to go to her dad like she usually does to have her dad bail her out. Not only take care of her salary, her husband, and her child, but he's also going to be paying for this daggone wedding. Andre is just, just a complete asshole. I don't know if some of this is made up or not. I really can't tell, but I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is out of control. The next couple that who else was on there? The next couple that I want to talk about is Angela and Michael. Angela has purchased her a new home. She has a new home. Look like she got about, maybe about 3,000 square feet in her home. And she takes us on a tour of her household. She talks about, that her mother is sick. And of course, we see her mother, in the room. And, the little spot that was on the mother's chin and everything is still there, and it has gotten darker, and Angela indicates that her mother is going to be having surgery to have that removed. And so I'm glad to see that. I know that Angela's mother passed away during the filming of this happily ever after. And so I'm gonna try my best not to be making fun of the little black spot that's on the mother's chin this season. I'm gonna try to be a little sympathetic, but if I slip up, forgive me now. I'm asking for forgiveness now. What my daughter pointed out was that Angela now in her confessionals is covered up. I don't know if Angela has learned her lesson or have been looking at the blogs, but Angela really was covered up. She had shirts that was damn near like this. All her boobies was covered and everything. I'm sure she's still using them as pocketbooks. But Angela was absolutely covered up, and she was representing herself differently. We saw her and her daughter at a one of those little cheer dancing classes for exercise, and Angela was trying to pop it, and she was trying to pop that coachie, and she was walking around the chair. She was coming around the mountain when she come toot toot. So, Angela is trying to work out, and she talks to her daughter and tells her daughter that, she needs her to go to Nigeria with her so that she can marry Michael. And so the daughter is like, look, Mom, you really need to know more about him. You already have issues with trust and everything. Mom, and what about your assets? What about all of the things that you have acquired over the years? You don't know whether or not he is scamming you or not. She said, look, what I want you to do, Mom, is to go and see an attorney to see how you can protect your assets. That is one of the conditions that, if you do that, then I will go to Nigeria with you to witness this wedding for you, this marriage. And so Angela is like, okay. So we see Angela come back home, and, she is going around the rooms in her house and giving us a grand tour of where, the little grandbabies live, where her mother is, the living room and all of that. And then she, puts the kids out of the room, and out of Mima's room, so that she can make a telephone call to Michael. While she is talking to Michael and showing Michael the home, Michael gets a phone call, okay? And it has a ringtone. Do, 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 okay? And so Angela's like, wait a minute, hold up. Of course, Michael hangs it up. He puts it on ignore, and Angela catches it. Angela, at this point, is mad because she is like, wait a minute, who the hell has a ringtone? Bitch, when I was in Nigeria, you didn't have a ringtone, and now all of a sudden you got one. So she's going back and forth with Michael about, the ringtone. Michael was saying it wasn't anybody. It was just, a ringtone or whatever. He has a ringtone on his new PCS phone. And so, of course, Angela is still on the tour. She says, this the backyard. This is the backyard. This is this. And I'm out of here. Fuck you. And so she hangs up on Michael. Angela starts talking about, how she does not trust Michael because he has lied in the past. Michael continues to lie. And he's going to continue to lie with her. And so, we're like, okay, Angela, at this point, why even stay in a relationship with somebody that you just cannot trust? But I guess Angela is so in love with him, she don't give a damn. And so, of course, Michael calls her back, and she begins to tell Michael, that she has a problem with the ringtone. She know that he's lying. And Michael says, well, that was the mechanic looking for my brother. And so she was like, so your mechanic got a special ringtone? Angela had already went and said, here in America, when we have special people who are calling us, y'all know how we do. We got a ringtone to know when it's our kids, our boo thing, or whatever. And so Angela, being sharp, okay, because Angela is sharp, Angela being sharp realizes that, this mofo got some game. He got some game going on with him. And so Michael was like, look, we're not married yet and you already don't trust me. And Angela was like, no, I don't trust you. And I'm not going to trust you for a long time, Michael, because you have been, getting your thing sucked and all kinds of stuff. And so Angela's like, no, I'm not going to trust you whatsoever. So the two of them are still going through that. I'm happy for Angela that she has, a new home and everything, because the one that she did have was atrocious. As you all know, Angela's daughter has been, the one that was incarcerated, is now out of jail. I don't know if she's living back with Angela or if she can, because, at this point, she's a felon. So I don't know what's going on with her, but I do know that she has been recently released from prison. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm sure that she is not going to be in this particular episode of Happily Ever After, but you know what? We look forward to seeing her. The next couple that I want to talk about is Larissa and Colty. Lord Jesus, what can I say? On one hand, we see Colty. Colty is with his mother. He's in the garage and he is trying to work out and get his body right. Let me tell y'all something. This gonna be a good season. From the previews, this gonna be a good season. We will be here, okay? So anyway, Colty is, in the gym and he's working out, and here comes Mama Debbie. Mama Debbie's still the same person. Mama Debbie said, my life has just been made like I'm getting my life because Larissa is no longer here. I am able to be who I want to be, do what I want to do, walk around scratching my ass, wearing matching pajamas with my son, sitting up eating bonbons and ice cream, bitch, and just living my life. And so, he is working out in the gym. And he has a girlfriend, someone that he is seeing that he met some kind of way. I ain't no telling how the hell Colty met her. But he says that, he wants to start dating again. Debbie does not want him to date again, okay? Debbie wants him to seek out and find out who Colty is without being in a relationship, because his relationship with Larissa was so bad, okay? And so Colty is about to fly out to Chicago to be with this new woman. I believe her name was Jessica. And, she's a hot Brazilian. She is here on a work visa. She's an au pair, and she she is one of them hot tamales. She says that she's been here for a year, but her little work visa about to run out, so bitch, she needs her green card. She said that she loves Colty. She think he has the prettiest eyes. And so the two of them meet up, bitch. And so they meet up and they're sitting at a table and they making it do what they do, what it do. And the whole time they sitting there, all they talking about is sex. This girl basically tells Colty, let me tell you something, Colty. You American men, y'all mofo slow. It take y'all 8 to 11 weeks, okay, to have sex. The Brazilian women, we want to kiss you on the first date and fuck you. And Colty was like, that's right down his alley. He said, I ain't got to feed her. I don't have to do anything. She is hot as I don't know what. When Colty said, well, you want to go back to the hotel room so we can go ahead on and get busy and have sex? She said, take a drink, mofo. I'm going to need me a whole lot of drinks and a couple of shots to go with this shot. So she takes it to the head. When she takes the drink to the head out of that big old gobbler wine glass, bitch, wine and stuff just start rolling down her face and everything, and all down, between the clee, and she did one there. And Colty was like, no. She is hot and heavy because she says she doesn't have a lot of time. Her is about to expire on her and she needs to hook this mofo. He's already married a Brazilian woman. But what she doesn't realize is that Colty is twice shy. He's once burnt and twice shy. Even though he likes Brazilian women, he really wants to take his time with this woman, and I really think that Colty is playing the field. I think that he is with a whole lot of different women. As we all know, at the end of the season, when they were on there, women were all in Colty's DMs. He was sending dick pics and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Colty is doing his thing, and I don't think that he's really going to be settled down with this chick. I think that she's going to find herself with her heart broken as it relates to Colty, because the way that the premieres are going, it looks like there's a whole different woman that's going to be showing her ass on the show. So, of course, she wants to go and have sex with Colty. She did accept his invitation to go back to the hotel room. And so, she is in the Uber with him, and they begin to talk about, they kissing, and you my baby, no, you my baby, you my, okay. They're doing all of that. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, you have got to be one desperate hoe in order to be all lovey-dovey with Colty. Like, I just don't see anything attractive about him. And maybe that's just me, but I just, no, hell no. Anytime we are borrowing bras, you and I are using, we in the same cup range. Bitch, I can't do it. We can't be walking around at 0-0. Somebody got to at least be a 1 so we could be a 10, bitch. There's no way in the world that I would be, in a relationship with him. But anyway, I digress. We move on. So he is in the car. She's all excited about sleeping with him because she knows that, he could possibly be the one to sponsor her green card. And he begins to tell her that he didn't tell anybody about her. He didn't tell his mother or anything. And so you can see the disappointment in her face. He said he told his mother that he was going to see friends. Excuse me. And she was like, friends, bitch, what do you mean friends? Oh, so Colty, I'm your friend. So Colty was like, yeah, basically you are my friend. So of course this, this leads them down a path that they really don't want to go down, and Colty saying, I got to be careful. My last marriage to a Brazilian woman ended up ruining my life. And she was like, okay, Colty. Okay. And I'm sitting up there saying, look, this girl, as beautiful as she is, has agreed to go back to the hotel room with you and possibly give you some sex. Shut up. Colty talks about how he hasn't had any in a long time, and he's excited about this. But you about to ruin it, young. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, okay? And so she's like, okay, I'm your friend. Okay, I'm your friend. And so, she's turned off. I don't know whether or not she's still going to give him some of that stuff, but, we'll see. Larissa, on the other hand, is really going through, bitch. Larissa is sitting... Larissa is basically with Carmen now because her and Eric broke up. She said that Colty would compliment her. But y'all remember that this was the same Larissa that said that Colty would not compliment her. Matter of fact, Colty wouldn't even give her a daggone flowers. Okay, remember? So now all of a sudden, Colty is the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I don't have no understanding about this. And so, after all of this, she's sitting there and she's telling the girls, these girls she's hanging out at the pool, that she misses Colty. She said Colty always was having the sex, but Eric don't want none. Bitch, he look like he gay. Why don't... is it me? He looked and he acts like he is gay. Now, I'm not saying he is, but bitch, he doesn't look like he even likes women. He look like he wants to wear your sandals, bitch. He seems like Larissa for real. She says that he doesn't have sex. It's almost like they roommates. Bitch, y'all are roommates. What part did she not understand? Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to realize that this guy's not into her like that. And so, as a result of that, she broke up with Eric, and now she ain't with him anymore. Okay, you should have known what it was, boo. This is your roommate. Yes, he was kissing on you and all of that kind of stuff because you was on a show. He acted as if he did not know her. This bitch knew her from the very first episode of 90 Day Fiance. He watched her the whole entire time so he could goop the kids. Okay? But Larissa is sitting there wanting something from this man that he's unwilling to give her. And so she goes on national television and embarrasses the mofo by saying he doesn't even want to have sex with her, that there is no sex that's going on in the relationship. So now she thinks that she got to go back to Colty, or she's longing for the sex that she was getting with Colty. But when she was with Colty, allegedly, she's whooping his ass. Larissa is all over the place. Larissa said, look, let me tell you something, honey. I've been here. I want to live the American dream, but I got these 3 charges on my ass. I'm trying to get my green card. Colty done revoked my green card and told them, he pulling back the affidavit of support. So I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to stay here. But it didn't work out with Eric. And now here it is. I'm living over here with Carmen. I ain't got no money. So I got to dupe the kids and ask for a GoFundMe for the same amount of money that I asked my dad for. Like, Larissa got so many games. But let me tell you, Larissa said, bitch, I got my eyebrows done. I got my eyes done, my nose done, my chin. I got my ass pumped up. I got my lips big. I got 2 replaced arms, bitch. They replaced my knees, my ankles. I said, God damn, what did Larissa Nye have done? She said, I done got fillers, I done got fix a flat, I got Botox, I got steroid treatments, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking all kinds of stuff, and I just got a whole body makeover. The next thing that I'm getting ready to do is get my boobs supered up. Like, what did Larissa not get done? Oh my God. I was like, okay, when she said the arm replacements, I just was like, but this is too much. And she said, next thing you know, I'm going to be getting hip surgery because I want to have those big old huge, wide hips. And like, God, Larissa, leave yourself alone. So Larissa is, telling us all the things that she had done, but still, yes, she still don't have that green card. She doesn't have it. So we see her trying to stuff a turkey at Thanksgiving. She pulls out the neck and, the kidneys and all of that kind of stuff. And she thinks that that's the penis of the turkey. And Carmen had to tell her, you dumb bitch. That is the daggone turkey neck. That's not the weenus of the turkey. Larissa got sex on her mind because at this point, all she's doing, I really think that she's just getting her man or getting her woman with all of these shots and these different surgeries that Larissa is going through. Like, it's unbelievable how many things that Larissa has had done, and she wants to live the American dream. She keeps talking about the American dream. The next thing we see, Larissa is working, boo. Larissa was working off that community service and had to clean up the bathroom. Larissa in there gagging. Honey got her little blue jumpsuit on and she got a mask on. She got to spray and clean these toilets down in the library, and Larissa is gagging for dear life. Bitch, Larissa was throwing up about the Earl. She was going through all the kind of stuff. She said, I'm allergic to poopy. Boo, ain't nobody not allergic to poopy. I said, this is just absolutely crazy what we are seeing here on the television. But she had finished her last day of community service. I'm assuming that they allowed them to film it because it was the last day. And so, but she still has some things that she has to do legally, of course, in order to, I guess, get the stuff expunged or cleaned up or whatever fulfilled. I don't know what the hell's going on with Larissa. And so we see Larissa, trying to get her life together and wanting that damn green card. But bitch did not. I don't think that nary daggone toilet in that mofo was cleaned up. I think that Larissa ended up dirty in the mofos, okay? And so we saw Larissa go into, when she was having a conversation with Carmen. She was talking to Carmen, as the turkey was being cooked. And I'm thinking, why would they put that daggone turkey all greased up and stuffed up in that confectioner oven and don't put no foil over it? I don't know if it's just me or if that's just the way that I've always seen a turkey done. But put a lid or something on it because you don't want it to brown before it cooks in the inside. It takes turkeys hours to cook, okay? But she's talking to Carmen, and she's basically saying that, the relationship is not working out with her and Eric. And she still wants the green card. She doesn't know if she needs to go back home and be with her daughter. And Carmen was like, look, it's going to work out. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I do believe that the charges that you have against you are not enough that will keep you from, being eligible to, stay here in the United States. And then we see Larissa having hot cocoa and a phone conversation in a coffee shop with her father. And she tells her father that, her and Colty are not together. She hasn't been sharing information with her mother, but she has with her father. And so, she did at least ask about the daughter. But, she was just, basically asking her father, should she stay or should she come home? And the father was like, it would be nice if you come home with your daughter, but you got a dream, Larissa, and your dream is to be there in the United States. And so Larissa was like, well, you know what, Dad, I'm so glad that you agreed to that, but I need you to send me $5,000. And so the dad was like, what? And Larissa was like, yeah, since you think that I really need to be here, I need you to pay for me to do the green card application to the tune of $5,000. So the father was like, you know what, Larissa, that's a whole lot of money. But you know what? I'm going to try to make it do what it do. I will send you half of the money, and then, I'll look in my bank accounts and everything, and then I'll send you the other half of it. So Larissa, of course, is very happy about this. But Larissa, of course, as we all know, there was some controversy about Larissa and a GoFundMe. So I'm sure that Larissa has had enough money and enough time to stay here, because Larissa had indicated when she was at the coffee shop that she had got a letter saying that it was time for her ass to get the hell up out of here and get the packing. But of course, we know that something probably happened between her and Eric as to why she was able to stay here. I guess she did her application and maybe he was the one that was sponsoring her. I don't know. But I tell you what, this seems like it is going to be a very good season. Again, this is my review of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, Season 5, Episode 1. Let me tell you all, I am so ready for this, and I'm hoping that you are too. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. See you soon. Love y'all. Bye.